Good afternoon, everybody. Today is day 321. It's December 22nd, 2023, and it is 2:05, somewhere around there p.m. in the afternoon. You guys, I am breaking one of my rules today. I should have known this was going to happen, so let me go ahead and get up here and tell you guys what's going on. I really hope that my camera is so focused because it did something crazy right before I pushed the focus, and hopefully the focus stayed. Okay, so this video might be going in and out. I don't really expect for it to actually record right. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Okay, so, and of course, coming out here, a little sniffly, and we're cleaning the inside of the house, like doing a deep clean. So yes, my nose may not be friends with me today. That's not good because we haven't even started, but let's get the treadmill going. And today is just one of those different days. Okay, so I'm going to get up to the 15 incline, see if I can get it up to 2.1 for speed, and then I will go from there. We do not have a credit for today. Okay, so let me go ahead and at least get it to incline up to 10. And then I'll have to manually incline it up from there. So far as pushing the button, it's still automatic. You guys know that. Okay, so I did weigh in today. I weighed in at 164.2 pounds, you guys. I got down to 160 point something, and here came those 4 pounds. These days when I am not able to walk are really kind of messing me up because I'm back to not drinking as much soda. I was drinking like the flavored sodas here and there. I'm back down to not drinking as many colas. That was actually kind of only there to help with the headaches because, you know, cola is supposed to have some type of acid in it that other sodas don't. I think it's folic, and that helps with headaches. Okay, so I cut back down on those. Here we go, speeding this thing up. And I am trying to make sure that I'm back to not eating after 6 p.m., no later than 7 p.m. And so last night, I think I had a little snack, but it was before 6:30 p.m. Okay, so it wasn't like a full size meal or anything like that. Okay, but I told myself, even if I can help that, not to do that either. Okay, so I'm trying to correct some stuff, and I forgot to do my lemon and salt. Okay, so seeing as how I might have to walk twice today and just record once, then that might be the case. Also, today is Friday, not Saturday. Remember, I only record on Saturdays. And my rule, let's see, we're up to 1.2. Let me go ahead and see if I can get this up to 2.1 so I can focus. Okay, I was not expecting that, and we have not oiled this thing in a while. And you guys know last time we oiled it, it stopped right about here. So, I might actually have to oil it, but I think it's going to do the same thing. And if I push stop, that's not working. Okay, so I'm going to have to pause for a second and start it back up. And I think I see the oil's like really kind of clear. I think I see some in that bottle. All right, so let me go ahead and pause and see what I can do. Like I said, I just wasn't really expecting for anything really to go right today. Everything's kind of off. So I'll be right back. Okay, so luckily what happened is that it does what it normally does. It stops and all the numbers stay. So it was at 1 minute 55 seconds plus I just walked on it for about a minute to warm it up as well. And so we're gonna count that as 2 minutes. Okay, I could say 3, but we'll get rid of those 2. So now we're just gonna walk for 38 minutes. Same thing, gotta start this up. And I don't even really remember where I left off at, which is the bad part because I wasn't expecting that. And now that I put my nails back on, and even if I hadn't, it was very difficult to lift with the belt to get this little strip that we have to go under there. So there's no way I could have done that. And he had a hard time as well. So yeah, got it taken care of. And he did speed it up while I was walking on it while it was inclined, and it got up to speed 2. So I don't know what it's going to do. I'm not gonna make any promises. because we only got up to what, speed 1.3, and then it's just like, no, I'm not having it, right? So I told you guys this thing is very, I don't know if the word, what's the word, finicky? It's always doing some type of fritz thing, right? Okay. Also, I'm a little annoyed because I'm already having to, even though I did the dip method, I did it with a spoon, there are already some parts where I feel like it's lifting. And so I'm curious if I should have kept those form stickers on my nails, or not, I should say on, but for my nails, to see if I just want to form the whole piece that goes over my nail with acrylic powder and to not even deal with nails. Okay, because what I think has happened in my thumb and I think my middle finger over here, okay, so we're at 15. I think what happened is that the nail has let loose. The gel glue was a no-go. It was too thick. It takes way too long to dry. And I have not even tried the idea of making my own press-ons and then putting them on there, and then also, or I don't know, I guess I can't think of the other method right now to try. Oh, the C curve. I get the no C curve, and I'm thinking, I wonder if the C curve is for people that are more so like me. And I thought the C curve was referring to where the tip is where you glue it, but if C curve is referring to the overall curve of the nail, I might need that because my nails grow downward. Okay, so yes, and I'm just gonna actually close this book because I don't trust this thing. Let me see if I can get it up to 2.1, but yeah, it was funny because he was speeding it up all the time. I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It might stop. And so, I mean, he just said, like right up to 2, and I was like, oh my gosh, do you realize the thing could have stopped and thrown me off of it? Once I realized what he was doing, I can't stand this knob. I don't know if I'm gonna call this, well, I don't even know if I can even say that on recording, but the knob of DEATH, right? Okay, I'm gonna hold on because, like I said, I really don't trust this treadmill. I warned you guys, it's dangerous. Okay, we're at 1.6. One 1.7. All right. 3 more turns, you guys, I think. That's 1.9. And now you guys see why I don't even try to get it up to 2.6 or anywhere near 3 anymore. One more. And either it just got 2.1, either it just got instantly hot out here, or it's a cross between that and me being nervous. Okay, so I called myself dressing for the fact that it was cold out here. It's no longer cold out here. So I'm kind of regretting that I didn't wear what I was going to wear, triple cord. I should just have worn that. All right, so let's get this book open. We have some updates about AliExpress, the Givenchy boots, the Shark Lock boots, the Stiletto boots, and look at that. I turned right to the correct page. Hopefully this little bit of light that's coming in is not going to affect the recording. Okay, so I really hope that we're still focused. All right, so yes. Oh, I think I was talking to you guys about my weight. I'm trying to get to 150, guys. I'm trying, that's all I have to say. And of course, I'm starting to lose my voice. The cleaning products that were being used in the house were really strong, and they weren't any of our, what do you call those? Like natural products, because we're doing like a deep clean, and so my throat is not having it today, just like the struggle wasn't, right? Okay, so hopefully I'll get there because I'm barely, well, I'm not even halfway through my challenge, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I said I might go through the whole 730 days, and no, I may not get back down to 150. Okay, so, yes, the boots, AliExpress. What did I find out? So I forgot to check when I received the Shark Lock boots, the wedge, but I know we were talking about when you confirm your order. Okay, what does it mean? And I think what happened last week, because I believe I recorded last week, I just didn't go over the notes from that whole week. But yes, so it tells you when you click confirm delivery, a little box pops up. Remember, this is AliExpress. And it tells you that by submitting this confirmation, you are stating that you received the item and that it was in good condition. And then it gives you a couple of ideas, or I guess you can say instructions of what to do if the item is not in good condition, if it's damaged, broken, whatever. Okay, so I think it advises you to contact the seller. Okay, at that point, I would have to say, I don't think you're supposed to confirm that you received the order. Okay, so when that box comes up, just make sure you read it carefully. Okay, and like I said, I advise, you don't have to take my advice, but I do advise that you look at your order very carefully. Whatever you ordered, make sure it's not broken, scratched, whatever the case may be, okay? After that, I do know if you do confirm, I believe you have 15 days to say, hey, something's not right. But I think, I don't know, I would have to say, possibly you might be in a better position if you don't confirm, and if you say something before you confirm. Okay, so even if the seller says, okay, fine, here's my idea of what to do, I still need you to confirm that you received it so I can do something from my end, I would still say contact them before you click that button. Okay, so also, something very interesting is going to happen. Okay, so if today was Saturday, 7 days would be the 30th, right? That's next Saturday. And the Givenchy boots, the Shark Lock boots, the stiletto boots, they're supposed to come literally within this week. And you know, I talked to you guys last week about AliExpress and their on-time guarantee. If you don't receive the order by the time you're supposed to, then you're supposed to get a refund. I don't know if this water is helping or not, but it tastes good. It's still cold. Okay, so time check, 8 minutes, 3 seconds. All right. So, yeah, and this seller also put free returns in front of the on-time guarantee. So I'm curious because the item is still overseas. And literally, you guys, starting tomorrow, they have less than a week. Less than a week that whatever carrier is going to deliver it is supposed to be ringing my doorbell and dropping the package off. So if I record next week, or even if I don't, the next time I record on that Saturday, I will let you know, which should be next week unless something comes up. What happens? What happens if you don't receive it by the date you're supposed to? Do you get a refund and then the package turns around? Does the seller have the capability of doing that? Does AliExpress and whatever the company they're affiliated with, you guys are gonna laugh. Okay, it's either Alibaba or Alibaba. I don't know if I'm missing a B because I forgot to read it. I know that they are, I think, two companies that work together, or one owns the other, or something like that. Whatever the case may be with them. Okay, you're not just dealing with AliExpress. Okay, so I don't know if they have the capability to do that. Now, I do know that as the buyer, you have an option to reject the package. Okay, you always have that option. You have it with the post office, you have it with UPS, I believe you have it with FedEx. And if you're thinking, but wait a second, wouldn't I have to be at home and get the package and tell the delivery driver I want to reject the package? No. Okay, so you're probably like, okay, wait a second, then how do I reject it prior? Okay, because obviously, once they put it in front of your door and they ring it, once they put it in that they delivered it, it won't be considered a rejected package. Yeah, and also rejected packages are not supposed to be opened. Okay, so you literally are supposed to time it just right. So what do you do if you know you can't? You call. I happen to know for a fact, UPS, if I remember correctly, and I want to say the post office, you can call the United States Post Office service number. That's what I'm trying to say, postal office. And I couldn't get it out. Like I said, my voice is shot. Cleaning products, they kicked my tail today. But yes, and you tell them the tracking number, and then you want to reject the package. FedEx, I'm not sure if you can do that. I think you can. And they're going to ask you if you're sure, because you know what happens. Once you reject the package, it turns around and starts to go back to the sender. Okay? I know how it works with Amazon. I think especially if they're a third-party seller and shipper, that gives them even more time before they would have to issue a refund. Okay, so I believe even if it's shipped from Amazon and it's sold by another seller, it's going to take longer for the refund. Because, usually if you get it, you do a return, you drop it off. The minute it's scanned that it's on its way, especially if it's shipped from Amazon, your refund is already processed. And then you're just waiting for it to post to whatever payment that you use or your Amazon account. AliExpress, I don't know if it works the same. Okay, so if you decide to call, let's say, and reject the package. Let's say you needed it by a certain day, right? You don't even want to deal with the fact of, oh, I have to open it, make sure that it's okay. And as I told you guys last time with AliExpress, they will automatically confirm that you received the package 71 days, I believe, after it was shipped anyway. Okay, so let's say 71 days go by, it's a long time, and you never got it, then you need to tell them. Contact the seller, contact AliExpress or whoever you have to contact, and let them know. It automatically confirmed because it reached 71 days. I did not confirm that I received it. And so what do we do? Where do we go from here? Okay, because if you're like me, you still want the package, but the next major thing is a refund, right? Because here is what happens. So let's say a normal situation. Okay, so you order something from AliExpress. Your credit card is charged. The charge will post. But supposedly, I don't know, I say supposedly, if the package has not been confirmed that it's been received, they do not release the funds to the seller. Yeah. So the thing is, you're going to see it going on your side. Like I said, literally, it's going to be posted to your credit card. I don't know if you can use a bank card to make payments with AliExpress. I'm assuming it has to have a credit card logo on it. MasterCard, Visa, American Express, whatever. But yeah, from what they state, they still haven't given the funds to the seller. Okay, so let's see what happens. If it does not come by the last date, because on-time guarantee, it has to come to you by the last date it states. Okay, so if it says it's going to arrive, let's say between January 2nd and the 6th, and if it doesn't come by the 6th, you're supposed to get a refund. But what happens with the package? Of course, you're not going to reject it. You're not going to call. And you may not know who the delivery carrier is. Even if it started off with, let's say, DHL, it might end up with FedEx, right? So until it tells you that and throws out a tracking number for the second carrier, the carrier that's going to deliver the package, then you wouldn't know who to call to reject the package anyway. You may be able to go to global tracking and click on the link to actually go to the page. You should see like a bluish green background. And there should be a box. And that checks everything. That checks the US Post Office, FedEx, UPS, DHL, China Post, all of those. Okay, it's gonna check, it's exactly what it sounds like, global tracking. And then it should tell you where it's going. You already know because you ordered it. And it should tell you the carrier. Okay, so, I don't know. Do you receive the package and it's free because it wasn't delivered on time? What happens? Or are you instructed to, hey, when you get the package, confirm it and we'll recharge you? Or you have an option of saying you don't want it. You may possibly have to receive it, be supplied with a return label, and have to return it because you got a refund. I'm assuming then at that point, if you don't return it, they're going to recharge. So I have no clue with AliExpress what happens because this on-time guarantee is new for me. Even if they started it, let's say last year, I haven't ordered from AliExpress in years. So I'm curious. I'm really hoping that by next week, I'm able to give you an update. By next week, there's a possibility I may have already done my video for the solo boots. Okay, because what I did with the wedge ones, I actually did a video and looked over the boots in detail. I checked everything before I confirmed that delivery with AliExpress. So that's my plan, is to repeat the process. Okay, so we're 17 minutes, 15 seconds, but yes, you guys, if I get to keep it and there is, let's say, a notification or something, right now I'm using kind of a different sign-in method, so I think, I don't know if they're gonna email me and say, hey, you can keep it. Or AliExpress has a message center. Okay, so AliExpress, Ali, whatever the other name is, I'm pretty sure I messed it up. One of them had to be right, actually, now that I think about it. They might contact you in the message center and say, hey, here you go, here's a free gift. They were supposed to make sure you received it on time. So hopefully at that point, there's nothing wrong with it. And if you get a free item, you get a free item. I understand you never know what's going to happen when something has to go through customs. And so, I mean, the seller kind of doesn't have control over that. I get that. But I believe they have the option to put whether or not they guarantee on time delivery, whatever. It's not called on time delivery, like I said, it's just called on time guarantee. So I think it says sellers that do that have to make sure you receive the item by the specified latest date. So at that point, I don't know if you're like me, you feel bad for the seller, but then again, they opted in to do that, right? And then the free return thing, I don't know if it was always there, if they offer it, and if they just put it in the same place, it's all on your shipping page, or if some sellers are able to say all sales are final. So that might be something new, and if it's not, maybe they just put it all in the same place. No point having you search what I call, all over creation for something, right? So this would be something new. The boots, they weren't as expensive as the other ones. I'm going to call those other ones replicas. And I know that the word is knockoff, whatever words you use, right? I think replica sounds, I thought about it, I was like, it has a nice ring to it, right? They got very close, very, very close to the real thing. I've never seen the real boots in person, but let me tell you, I've seen videos, I've seen pictures, and they told me that they were the best. and they weren't lying. I really, really wish the Shark Lock stiletto boots were coming from the same seller on AliExpress as the wedge boots did, because I would be super excited, because I would know that the quality just would be impeccable. I would know that already, right? Okay, so these are all days of walking notes. Over here, I think. Okay, so I don't think we had anything else to talk about, but I did mention my nails. So I don't know if I'm going to repair them this week. I'm not supposed to do a fill until next week. They haven't even grown out to need a fill. But this part where it kind of feels like it's going to just lift off, it's not good. Okay, and I don't know if I was expecting that with this whole dip method, because you use the base, what do you call it, coat, and the powder and a spoon, or you dip the nails right in the powder, right? I opted for the spoon, and so I wasn't expecting to, like, you know, you pick up something and it kind of catches, and you can feel it like, uh-oh, this might pop off with all the powder stuff that molded together. And so I should have known. I'm not a nail tech, and even if I was, that doesn't mean that the nails are going to come out perfect every time. So I was kind of annoyed. I'm not going to lie to you guys. For a split second, I thought maybe I should just stopped and have stayed stopped. Maybe I should have started back. I don't have a lot of patience. So, I don't know. I was all excited because, honestly, the dip method, even if I tried it dipping in the powder, I think it's easier. Like I said, in the monomer and the powder, the ratios, I just can't get them right. Too runny, not enough liquid. Powder goes solid too fast. I was really having a hard time. And the monomer is super strong on smell, right? And you get headaches. I already get migraines, so I already was not looking forward to that. But I thought I do need to learn. And then I saw the dip method with a spoon, and I was like, I'm going to try that. So I'm going to see, because at first it was only my thumb. Now it's one finger over here. And I'm just like, they don't look like I got them done at the shop anyway. I'm up close with them. And so I learned, make sure you get nails that are as close to the length as you want as possible when you're going to do the dip method. That way you don't have to do a lot of shaping, because that does make a difference. Because what you don't want to have happen is you will have put on all those layers. You put on your clear powder layer twice, right? Whatever powder you're going to put on top, glow, color, glitter, whatever, on top. You might have done 2 layers of that. And then you might have sealed it or encapsulated, whatever word they use, on top of that. And so now you are going to have to like clean up around your cuticle, right, a little bit. But you shouldn't have to do hardly any shaping to the sides. Okay, and let me tell you, especially if you already put the top coat on, that's where you're going to start seeing it like you rubbed off some of the top coat and some of the powder underneath. It's going to look like you purposely wanted just the top half with just powder and the bottom half clear. And of course, it's not supposed to look like that. So I've already determined that the nails I have are too long. The slow nails, they're actually okay. They're an okay length, but I was trying to turn them into coffin. But I need XL coffin nails, the tips. Whether I go with the no C-curve or whether I try C-curve, they need to be shorter. Even with that mystery box I got, okay, so I got a small mystery box from Not Polished, and it came with nails. They're extremely long, you guys. They're tips. And so I'm like, I don't have them that long. If I were going to cut them, keep them that shape, kind of that squared look, that would be fine. But I like coffin. I'm tired of squared. And I don't want my nails 3 inches long, right? So I have to take a look at those and see exactly how long are they. And I was already having problems, like right after I glued it on, where the nail didn't want to stay on. So of course, what do you have to do? File over your nail, the tip of it again. Probably file on the inside of the nail, right? You're removing the glue that dried up. Put more glue back on, and then try to stick it back on, or get a whole nother nail and try it again. And so I've seen them where they've done shaping right after they glue the tips on. How do they keep them from popping off? I don't know. But I thought, you already have to glue it back on. Oh no, this is on here pretty good now. Do not try and shape them without powder on them. So I have a bit of a dilemma. I'm thinking about shortening them and shaping them before I even glue them on. And that's going to be a bit of a task, especially now that I have some length back to my natural nails, right? So the nail journey has started back up again. It continues, and it's a pain in my you-know-what, pretty or not. And then also, what am I going to see every time I do a full set? Are they going to be affected again? Oh my gosh, I hope not. All right, so let's see how we're doing this time. Oh, we're doing great. Okay, we're at 26 minutes, 32 seconds. And we said we're going for 38 minutes, right? All right, so let's do the updates for the past 2 weeks. I cannot go another week and have a total of 21 days to tell you guys about. All right, so let's see. Oh, if you don't know, I made videos about the small mystery box from Not Polish, about the Givenchy Shark Lock boots, the wedge ones, like separate videos already. Okay, so if you want to go watch those, and you guys will get to see them and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm going to work my way backwards. I'm going to read this week that just passed notes. I'll go to the week before, after. Okay, so on, I'm so used to going in order. We'll start from the earliest back up to today. Okay, so day 316, December 17th, was a Sunday. Of course, there was no video. And we had business to take care of. So I marked day 216, September 8th, video 2. I forgot to write video 2, but video 2 for that day. Day 317 was December 18th. It was a Monday. Still had some business to take care of. I marked day 217, September 9th, video 2 for that day. Day 318, December 19th, was Tuesday. Still business to take care of. I marked day 218, September 10th, video 2 for that day. Day 319 was December 20th, which was Wednesday. And still business, so I still wasn't able to walk. I marked day 219, September 11th, video 2 for that day. Day 320, December 21st, was Thursday. And I started at 12:48 p.m. I walked one time at speed 2.1. Okay, so that brings us up today, or to today, which is day 321. Okay, so I have 22 bank days left, and I need 14 days for the business that I just talked about. Yes, so what happened was not only did the 2 weeks get added back, more days got added. Those 3 or 4 days, And so I thought set aside 14 days out of the 22, which left me with 8. However, initially I had covered February, remember? Yep. Nope, not covered. Why? Those 8 days now have to be used for January. And I am now short, believe it or not, despite all those days I walked in advance, I am short 1 bank day, even for January. Yep, I have the week covered, but I guess you could say, oh, that's right. That's because I have something back to back. I actually wasn't gonna make up for the hair days. I was just going to walk before my hair appointment. And so I didn't have to make it for those days. But I have business to take care of right at the end of those 7 days, which pushed it into needing 9 days. That's why I'm short 1 bank day. So yeah, if I walk twice today, then I might have to just add it as a bank day, because tomorrow we have more cleaning to do. There's still the fact of wanting to set up that room. Well, either way it goes, whatever we're going to use it for, it's supposed to be an office. We can't use it as an office right now. I've been telling you guys that for other reasons, but we still have to clean it either way and clear out the stuff we need to clear out. That's happening tomorrow. So walking tomorrow, I was going to walk twice today just for me to be able to use a bank day, but still have the same amount of bank days, still have 22 days. So after this, once I stop my recording, I might top off my water, do my salt, my linen, and juice. You know, I do the spoon thing, and come right back out here and go right back at it, just without the recording. And then I won't be able to upload until later. Okay, so time check. 31 minutes, 22 seconds. All right, these are the notes for the video that was on December 16th. Okay, and so far as I know, let me turn back. Well, I don't have to turn back, actually, wait. There was a video. Yes, okay. So day 309 was December 10th, and it was a Sunday. I started at 1:53. I walked 1 time at speed 2.1. Day 310 was December 11th. It was Monday, and I walked 1 time at speed 1.6. I think I had a feeling, just like it stopped at 1.3 today, I thought, no, something's not right. My mind was preoccupied. I can't focus enough to walk that fast. 2.1 doesn't sound fast, but on the power that this motor has, it is. And so I just kept it that way. Day 311 was December 12th. It was Tuesday. I walked 1 time at speed 2.1. My weight was 160 even. Okay, day 312 was December 13th. It was a Wednesday. I marked it. I didn't walk. I had plans. So day 315, walk 2, of course no video, was marked for day 312. So that was the first time I walked for a day after. I knew that I was getting close to having no spare bank days. All the bank days were literally accounted for and just have to be assigned days. So since I kind of had that feeling, I didn't want to use any more of my bank days. So yeah, and here come the sniffles. But yeah, so that's the first time I did that. I did have a bank day I could have used, but then I don't know what I'm smelling. It's chemically or chemicals, and my nose is not very happy. But of course, being out here, there's no telling what you have in your garage, right? So yeah, I said nope. I'm gonna have to do it that way and reserve those days. Day 313 was December 14th. I didn't walk. I had plans. We might have an issue. Day 314, December 15th, was Friday, and I walked 1 time, speed 2.1, 1 minute credit, total 6 minutes, and so that's where the 6 minute credit came from. Okay, so on day 315, which was December 16th, that was Saturday, that was the day I recorded, right? And I walked 34 minutes because of the 6 minute credit. And then, as I already stated, the second walk I started at noon, and that was for day 312. But I think you probably heard the issue within this, right? Oh boy. Good thing someone made white out. Okay, so I do have a problem. How am I going to fix this? I didn't think about the fact I did not decide what to do for that day. I was supposed to have made up for that day. It was going to be the second day where I made up for it after the fact, but I didn't. So my second walk today, to keep everything on track, it might have to cover that day. It's going to be a little bit awkward, but I actually went on my computer already. Those days I told you guys about, I purposely, I believe yesterday, went back to those videos and marked them already. So I have a decision to make. Do I get the whiteout and change? I'm gonna have to back up the days. Or make my second walk for today, cover for that day. That might be the easiest thing to do. Especially since, I don't know if you guys do the hashtags or whatever down in that box in the more part of your page for your studio. But you know how they tell you to put as many in there as you can. And so I also put the same information somewhat down there as well. That way if it's not on one, it's on the other, and I can go check and say, oh yeah, I did mark this day. And before, I used to do my double and triple days, literally right before I had to take care of business, a trip, whatever. And I just counted how many days do I need, count the 2 hair days. I started adding in an emergency day. And I literally would, from the day of the event, I would count backwards, and right before I would just make up for it. And it would seem to be a little bit easier, especially since I used to report every day. So I guess that's fine. I really wanted to start building back on my days. However, I don't have a choice. And tomorrow, I still have to walk. But now I don't have to report, right? So, will I have time? After, oh my gosh, that room, am I going to have the energy to walk twice tomorrow? You guys won't know until next week. Okay, so I think we're close. Oh, nailed it. You guys, 37 minutes, 42 seconds. I might as well close this book because we are almost done for today because of our little mishap earlier with the recording. Okay, so we are at 38 minutes. And of course, I actually have to read off the numbers. Distance 1.26, calories 136. And we'll go ahead, let that stop. All right, you guys. So those are the updates. Like I said, I thought about it and I was like, you know what? You have to. You're gonna have to record the day before. I mean, literally, at least it's Friday and it's not like a Wednesday, right? Because that would really throw my schedule off. And remember, I said I had to keep better notes than what I already was doing, and I'm doing pretty good. So I think what I'm gonna do is top off my water, even though I didn't drink a lot of it. Yeah. And maybe a quick restroom break and come back out here and walk again. I have to do something. It's either that or go mark one of those bank days. And I don't want to do that. I'm already a day short, okay? So I kind of can't. And now February, I'm totally short for February. You guys also, oh my gosh, I believe it's 2 other things we have to take care of. And they both are no less than like 4 days. So I knew eventually I would have to start making more bank days and start doing double and triple days again, which, like I said, I can just have my phone, I can watch videos, stuff like that, and it's easier to make up for those days Monday through Friday, or on Sunday as well. But I think now that I'm getting closer, it's just like, oh my gosh. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, those 14 days that I was supposed to have, they hopped back on the calendar, and it was just like, I thought a week hopped back on. No. both hopped back on. It was almost as if nothing ever happened, right? And these other 3 days that I read about in the first set of weeks, like this past week, I thought counted towards that, and it didn't. So at least I wouldn't have been behind in the 2 weeks are back on the calendar. So busy as usual. I hope you guys have a great day. Like I said, I'm going to get my water bottle because I'm going to top this off, and I'm going to make sure that he still doesn't need any more help. And then if he does, I'm going to come back out here. Plus I'm doing laundry, right? I'm always doing laundry. And so something's tickling my face. But yeah, I will see you guys hopefully next week, and then we'll find out with AliExpress what happens. I'd rather have the item, and I'm really hoping that they are good quality. I do have a backup plan because as it stood, there was no tracking information at all. I kept saying there are orders being processed, tracking information unavailable. It said it on the app, and then of course it said it on the postal service tracking. I actually had a tracking number, and it was like still waiting for the package. And then I was like, well, in global tracking, it's saying that there's no tracking yet. It was saying kind of the same thing, and so I wasn't even expecting for something to pop up. And when I looked at it, like I said, it has not went through customs. So I don't know. I will let you guys know next week or the week after. You guys have a great day. Like I said, stay safe. And I really hope that you guys are still doing your workout, whatever it is you're doing. Just try if you can to stick with it. I know from experience, especially since the one thing I said I didn't want to have happen has happened, right? I went back up past 160, and I'm trying really hard to get down to 150. And since I made this challenge, I am trying to just do the treadmill. We've had some nice days. You guys know I don't like being outside, and so I haven't been outside. I haven't been bike riding. It's still kind of warm, even though it's December. I haven't. Them skates can stay wherever they are. Okay, the rollerblades and the elliptical. I knew we shouldn't even have gotten it because I don't even use it. So I am trying to make sure that we get to see what happens if I just walk. Okay, I don't do protein shakes. I have to be careful what I eat anyways, right? You guys know I have a ton of food allergies. I have a ton of allergies, period, right? So I was just trying to see what would happen, the incline. And then I wasn't counting on not being able to get up to speed 3, even though that's extremely fast on this thing. I've gotten it up to 4. Not incline, but I have gotten it up to 4, and it is fast, okay? So I'm not gonna be able to get back to 4 simply because I can't walk that fast with that incline. I can't walk that fast with it flat. Not on this. On that one over here that you guys can't see anymore, the treadmill I started off with my challenge, yes, I was at speed 4 the entire time. But on this one, there's no way. It has more power than that one. It's just, that's the case. Okay, so like I said, I'll give you guys some more updates. And I really am going to go because I could have been walking right now, right? I probably could have kept the camera rolling, but I only do one video a week. So see you guys later. Bye.